Got it. Okay. All right. अभी जाओ स्वीट जाए नहीं जाओ रे कहीं Jai Baba. Nothing is real but God. Nothing matters but love for God. God is the only reality. All else that seems real is illusory. God and I are one. Meher Baba. Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Thanks to beloved Baba, Jai Baba to all of you. We are reading the eternal calendar and now we are on page number, date April 21. When I show
I am very happy to meet you all today. I give my love to you all. I know that you all love me. It is because of my love for you that you love me. If you can love me more and more, then there will come a day when you will realize me as I am. I am not this physical form. I am the ocean, the unlimited ocean of love. Try to love me more and more, and you will know me. I am truth. No amount of voluminous praise will raise me higher, nor can any carping criticism lift me lower.
All right, we are on page April 21, and this is the photograph. All right, Baba says, I'm very happy to meet you all today. I'm sure this must be some Sahwas where Baba is saying that he's very happy to meet you all today. I give my love to you all because that's the only thing he gives and the only thing he expects out of us. He says so many times, that if you come to me, don't come to me with your long list of desires and wants. Just come to me for my love, and that should be all encompassing. He never expects anything out of us. No puja part, no nothing, just love. And time to time again, we have seen that people who are very poor, to a certain extent, illiterate, to a certain extent, not so good looking, to some extent, they only have love to give. And Baba would be so happy to be in their company. Many of us may say, oh, if you're well dressed or if you're very intellectual, you can answer questions and all that. So that is what Baba is looking out for. In my understanding, that is not what he is looking out for. That is okay. There's nothing wrong in being good, nothing wrong in being wealthy, being learned, being educated, being refined, nothing wrong. But what Baba is looking out for is love. And so many times Baba has said that I like to be in the company of the children because they are very innocent, they are very pure. And I like to be in the company of the musts. Musts are those souls who are intoxicated with their love for God. They have no desire save loving God, except for loving God. And Baba had said time to time again that I have only one message to give, and I repeat it age after age. Love God and become God. So simple as that. But still, we go here, there, everywhere, read 100 books, do so many other things. But Baba says that love is the most important part. Another one where Baba says the greatest law of God is love that holds the key to all problems. Whatever we may be going through, if we really have love, it is the key, it is the solution to all problems. Because with love, so many things automatically comes. One is acceptance, acceptance of ourselves wherever we are placed in life, acceptance of the other as he or she is. Love also brings forgiveness. You forgive, you just let go. Baba says, Jane do, just don't bother about it. Love also means not to make a mountain out of a molehill. Love also means tolerance. So all these as gratitude. This is what love means. It's not just kissing and hugging and all that. So Baba says, I give my love to you all. I know that you all love me. It is because of my love for you that you love me. That is also very important. We must understand that we can never love Baba unless it is a reflection of his love for me. If at all somebody claims I am a greatest Baba lover, of course that claim itself is a sense is absolutely a matter of pride. But that what I'm trying to convey is that if you really love Baba, really, then it is only a reflection of his loving us. It is because of my love for you that you love me. If you can love me more and more, then there will come a day when you will realize me as I am. I'm sorry. How beautiful our Baba is. He holds our hand and makes us take baby steps. Elsewhere, Baba had said that I know that it is difficult for you to love me. Because in our idea, love means something beautiful. Of course, Baba was very beautiful in the physical form. But love, our concept of love is totally different from what real love is. So Baba would give us this baby step, as I said, of Baba says, you try to remember me more and more. Remembrance is the key which will lead us to love. Any which way you remember him. We keep repeating this as a friend, as a business partner, as the head of the family, as a companion, anything. The more you remember him, the more you will know him, the more you will love him. The more we remember him, the more we will realize his active participation in our life, how actively he is a part of our own life. So our job, Baba says elsewhere, again, another message. Your job is to remember me. The rest is my job. How simple he makes it. We have to simply keep on remembering what you may be doing. Going for a picnic, going for a party, going for cinema, going to office, going for sports, whatever. Just remember him, keep him your constant companion, and see the parivartan, the change which happens within us, which will make us so confidently know through practical experience that he is with us, he's always helping us, he's always guiding us, he's always protecting us. If you can love me more and more, then there will come a time when you will realize me as I am. I am not this physical form. So many times Baba had said, even till the last day of his physical body, he would keep saying, that I am not this is just body. It is just a coat that I put on when I visit you. Remember, I am God. This is a sign for God. Remember, I am God. So Baba says, I am not this physical form. I am the ocean, the unlimited ocean of love. Baba would say, you might think that ocean, our Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, whatever, but that is not unlimited. That has a limit. But my ocean of love is unlimited. Try to love me more and more, you will know me. So the more you remember me, the more you will know me. I am the truth. No amount of voluminous praise will raise me higher nor can any carping criticism pull me down. That means I am the truth. Nothing affects me. I don't get affected by the praises or the criticism. That's what Baba is trying to say in this page, April 21. The question Bhikkhu is asking, when Baba was in physical form, has anyone realized him? Like how Soumya said, one hint that Baba gave is that he has realized me as I am, which would mean God realized. Gustaji, Gustaji, Gustaji. But there could be some many more whom we do not even know and whom Baba had never expressly said about. So I really don't know. But Gustaji was one case where Baba did say, because there are so many in his circle members, and we do not know if at the time of dropping the body, if all those people have realized him, we do not know. So, pleader, again Bhikkhu is asking about pleader. Kekashu pleader, he had come to Baba only for God realization. And Baba had said that if you follow my instructions, obey me, I will give you. I'll stick to my promise. He did not stick to his promise. So Baba, he complained to Baba. And Baba said, but you did not do what I asked you to do. Now also if you do whatever. Ultimately, at the fag end of Kekashrup leader's physical form, he conveyed a message to Baba that please thank Baba, that thank you for keeping your promise. Words to the effect. So again, we can assume that he has realized God during his final stages. Yeah. It's a very, we don't know. This it's a जैसे कहते हैं ना कि जिसने पाया उसने छुपाया. No, they are not going to elan. I am this, I am that. So there could be many more, but we do not know. But these two instances, we can deduce that yes, maybe they have realized God. Anybody who realizes God becomes one with God, experiences infinite knowledge, infinite power, and infinite bliss. And then most of them just pass away immediately after realization. Most. Some people retain their body for a few hours, for a few days, for a few years, depending upon so many factors. And those are called, as we call it, if they have retained their body and have again regained their worldly consciousness. Worldly doesn't mean just gross worldly, gross subtle mental worldly. Then they are called saliks. If they have not regained their worldly consciousness but have remained immersed in God consciousness, we call them mazubs, right? And amongst the saliks who have retained the consciousness of the creation, there are five who are called perfect masters. They have got duties to perform. This is what we learn from Baba's literature. And these are the subjects which are to be experienced rather than, because unless we experience it, just like parrot. In January's this thing, it is there, this year's calendar. For whatever the parrot may say, I am a man, does not make it so. So it's like that. All right. That is what Baba said. There are always 56 God realized souls on earth. Amongst these 56, there are five who are called perfect masters. From the balance of 51, there are some saliks and there are some mazubs. And then in God Speaks, he has given a chart. Age 1, age 2, age 3, like that, how that way. And when the avatar comes, then he becomes the 57th for that period of time. That's all.
April 22nd. The more you love me, the sooner you will discard the falsehood you have chosen to hide under, that hoodwinks you into believing you are what you are not. To cultivate discipline in one's self requires self determination and honest effort if one desires to tread knowingly and consciously the path of love.
This is dated 22nd of April, and this is the photograph. The more you love me, the sooner you will discard the falsehood you have chosen to hide under, that hoodwinks you into believing you are what you are not. Once somebody had asked Eraj that Baba keeps saying that, think that it is not you who is doing, but it is Baba who is doing. Think that everything is Baba's, nothing happens without Baba's wish and will. So it is wrong. How can we think like that? That is Baba's doing when I know it is I am doing. And Eraj gave a very brilliant and profound reply that in fact, in truth, in reality, it is Baba only who is doing everything. So you think that you are doing everything, which Baba is telling here that you have to let go that false self, which is hoodwinking you into believing you are what you are not. What is my consciousness hoodwinking me, Ullu banana, that I am a man, that I am born on earth, that I am born in a certain community, in a certain state, in a certain country. This is what I very, very strongly believe in. But Baba says that if you were to really love me the way I should be loved, all this falsity will just drop off. It will just go because these are all false things. And the falsity has so strongly held us, not in this life, through eons, through several lives. As a result of which, when Baba says, when I tell you that you are God, you laugh it off because it can never occur to you that you are actually God. See what Baba is trying to convey. There was a nice this thing, the I within the I. Somebody quoted this. It's a very profound statement. The I within. There is an I, which I say this is my body, physical body, male form, Indian, Parsi, Zoroastrian, etc., etc. I. But there is a I within that I, and that I is the real I, and this I is the false I. So unless and until I practice, cultivate, focusing on the real I, this false I will not go off. This false I says that I am coughing, but Baba says you are not because you are never born. So what Baba is trying to change our flashlight of consciousness, our focus on the real I. So when we are focusing, concentrating, becoming aware more and more of the real I within the false I, then Baba says over a period of time, the false I just drops. You don't have to do anything. But here, there are so many exercises in the spiritual bazaar market where they are focusing on how to remove the false I. The very effort of removing the false I strengthens the false I. Am I making sense? The very effort is doing that. That is why I remember Erach had said, that Baba had told in the Manliya or wherever, that people are searching in search of God, searching God, searching God, searching God. It is very difficult to find God. Why is it so difficult to find God? Because you are searching for something you have never lost. So how can you find when you have never lost it? So a better deal would be, instead of searching for God, you try to lose yourself. When you finally lose yourself fully, false self, then automatically what comes out is God only. God. Baba gave this example, if I'm not mistaken, about Elizabeth Patterson. Now, when we say Elizabeth Patterson, what is Elizabeth? Who is Elizabeth? Is equal to God plus samskaras, impressions, desires, false mind. Correct. That is the combination. Now, it is yes, God is always present in Elizabeth. Elizabeth means everybody, in each one of us. Now, in order for God to manifest Himself, God is like a bound up rosebud. Bound. The bud wants to, bloom, but it is bound. So the only way is to cut off the string and the bud will become a beautiful flower. So Elizabeth is equal to God plus samskaras. For Elizabeth is equal to God, what is required is the samskaras have to go. So that is one way of getting it done. That is one way of doing it. And therefore Baba said that books and books and books have been written how to find God. But people find it difficult. What is important is how to lose yourself. That is why in one of the lectures on Baba's birthday, I had spoken about the art of dying. Art of dying. So once we learn the art of dying to the false self, automatically the real self will prakat itself. So coming now, I'll repeat the first paragraph. The more you love me, the sooner you will discard the falsehood you have chosen to hide under. We have chosen, we means the real I, has chosen to hide under the falsehood of the false I. That hoodwinks you into believing you are what you are not. It is making me believe what I am, which I am not. To cultivate discipline in one's self requires self determination and honest effort if one desires to tread knowingly and consciously the path of love. In other words, Baba says that there has to be, Baba had said in so many, not in a very clear language, it is not difficult to tread the spiritual path. What is difficult is to decide to tread the path. Once you have decided, that this is, I remember Adi Kaka from this very place, very, very potent. But am I doing it? I don't think so. Are we doing it? I don't know. People say it is difficult to obey Baba. Baba says, once you have decided that whatever happens, come what may, I am going to obey Baba, it becomes so easy, so simple, so natural. But that decision has to come. That decision has to come. That, okay, I have decided now to do it. Because anyway, Baba says the entire creation is just a dream. It's just a gamut of imagination. So why should I pay respect? Why should I give importance to that? Why not I give importance to the real thing which is within me? So to cultivate discipline in one's self requires self-determination and honest effort, not lukewarm effort. आज किया कल छोड़ दिया. If one desires to tread knowingly and consciously the path of love. So here again, the importance is that one has to have honest effort. And sometimes that takes lifetimes to decide. Okay, I have now none dies. None knows to die. The rare one who knows to die is never born again. So the real death is the death of the limited, false, separative, finite mind, the ego. That is the real death. This physical death has no meaning because we are keep coming. And that is why Baba says, Baba had said, In my understanding, it was in Gujarati that he said, "Ke bhai, mane to aavu pade છે. I have to come because it is my duty, it is my job to come, keep coming every 700 to 40. તમે લોકો કયા આવ્યા કરો? Why you people are coming? You have got a way out so that you can be out of the game. Why can't you just take my name and be out of it? Take his name at the time of breeding our last. Marji, see that Marji, see even the Marji, why do we assume कि एवनी मर्जी नहीं हो से? Why do we assume that it would not be his wish to give us that mukti? There's a nice, good. I'm happy that you're coming because it triggers so many. I was so impressed by that particular. There was once a foreigner. He was about to die, dying, gone. And Baba had conveyed a message through somebody to tell him that message. And that somebody, I don't know whether I'm making sense, that somebody who was supposed to convey the message always felt, okay, what is so difficult in obeying Baba? Because he has read so many times when Mandli failed to obey Baba, Eraj made a mistake, Bauji made a mistake, Pendu, Padri, what? Why should it be so difficult? So when Baba conveyed the message to somebody who is on he's sick, very sick. And he goes to the hospital or something. And the nurse and doctor said he's very critical. Don't give him any message which may, be not healthy for him. He might die, something like that. And he does not convey that message in terms of practicality. And then he realized, just imagine such a simple message which Baba wanted me to convey, I could not convey. And same thing happened with the Manli. When Baba met with the second auto accident, which I always say, he took upon himself the suffering, 2nd of December, 1956. He told Bhauji, you have to take complete bed rest. You should not get up from bed. And Irach was brought in blood bath. The entire ribs were broken. Everything was broken. How can he sleep when he was sleeping? I know that. Then he saw money running and all that. Yeah, money running and saying, calling for Don. Don means Don King. So he got up and tried to help. And the moment he saw Baba and Baba saw him, why did you disobey me? I asked you to sleep. Why did? So Baba puts us in such situations where we somehow good-heartedly disobey Baba. That was the sorry. Yeah. But that was not the point I was coming across. That man did not die. No, he did not die. And Baba said one sentence which was very, very, very profound. I did not allow him to die because he forgot to take my name. Just imagine the magnanimity and the love of our master. When you said no, कि बाबा ની मर्जी જોઈએ, Baba is ever happy to give us mukti. But we should be prepared for it now. And the preparation is only remembrance as much as we can in our daily activities. Very profound. And he told that fellow who was carrying the message, I did not allow him to die because had he died, he would have forgotten to remember it. And I wanted him to remember. And after a few days, he died after remembering Baba. So there may be so many hundreds of thousands of people who would have got the mukti during Baba's time and even now remembering Baba. So we do not have the count and nor are we really, we are basically, I would always say we are concerned, we are responsible, we are accountable only to Baba. That's all. We don't have to worry about what others think or what others feel and all that. Our job is only to try to please Baba. Try. We cannot please him the way he wants to be pleased, but we can at least try. And there also, there is a beautiful, we call it Sadyaro, a comfort, consolation, solace. If you try 100%, I will help you. See the sentence. That means he expects us to try everything that we do 100%. And then Baba says, I will help you. Because Baba says, that obedience is a gift from master to man. Love is a gift from God to man. Obedience is a gift from master to man. Surrender is a gift from man to master. So, how will I get the gift from Baba unless I try 100%? So, everywhere it is like DIY, do it yourself type of Baba's messages. If you really study that way, he gives us a chavi, a clue as to how we should go about it. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we have to be accountable. All right, go ahead. Correct. If you think it is difficult, it is difficult. Bhikkhu says, I'm repeating your question. Bhikkhu says, Baba wants us to remain in a state of equanimity or equipoise. He says it is very difficult. Why is it difficult? Please understand that I am not in that state. So you should not feel that because I'm saying I'm in that state. No, I'm not. Ask Soumya. See the why we find it difficult to remain in a state of equanimity is because we give importance to things which are unimportant. If you really look at it, analyze it, why am I getting agitated? Because something happened out there which is actually of no relevance at all to the truth or reality. But I get excited because I gave it importance. You follow what I'm saying? Why we get irritated, agitated, upset, or not in a state of equanimity is because we are giving importance to things which do not require importance. The moment we understand that this is, see, the point is we have to respond. There's no doubt about it. If there's a situation where we have to be aggressive, then you act aggressively. Act. Being aggressive means you have got hatred, enmity, and that kind of spite. But if you act aggressively, then you are simply acting aggressively. Same goes for anger, same goes for so many other aspects. So there is a world of difference between getting angry and acting the part of being angry. One is reactive, in my understanding, negative. The other is responsive, which again, in my understanding, is trying to teach a lesson to somebody or make somebody take his own seat wherever he belongs. That way. The world of difference. Bolo.
April 23rd. Believe me, I am the ancient one. There is no doubt about it. I'm not this body that you can see. It is only a cloak. I'm infinite consciousness. I sit with you, play with you, and laugh with you. But remember, I am simultaneously working on all the planes of consciousness. I have before me balis and peers, yogis and saints who are me in different forms, for I am the core, center, rooted in everyone and in everything. An infinite number of branches spread out from me. It is I who work through you all and suffer for you all.
April 23. Now there's a footnote over here which says Meher Baba's flag flown for the first time in Mehrabad in 1924 on April 23. So this is Baba's flag. The story behind the flag is that uh, the Agra Kuti, we call it, the first construction was made, that was the Jobdi. And they had a fence around that place. And fence was there because I think the cattle would come and graze and all that. And they have planted some plants, yeah. And somebody thought of an idea. We should also have a flag, Mayor Baba flag. So Baba always, whenever somebody is creative in that sense, he always encourages creativity, and he always generally makes the person responsible to do it. That's why people are very afraid to suggest something because, like our Dr. Donkin. Dr. Donkin was so deeply, feeling that, Baba, you have done such tremendous work with the must. There has to be a record of it. You must record it for posterity to know what all you went through. Going to just for one must, you would go days together without bath, without shaving, without food, without sleep. We should know. Baba looks good idea, very good idea. You do it. So you do it. So people around Baba would be very, very, should I say, circumspect of any suggesting anything to Baba. But in this case, this Baba said, "Oh, very good idea, flag." So then, obviously, the Hindus wanted it like a saffron color flag. Then the people of other faith, Islam, they said no, it should be green color flag. It seems the Zoroastrians and the Iranians, that is the Parsis and the Iranis said white, peace, purity and all that. Then Baba said, Baba, I belong to everybody. So let us have the entire spectrum of 7 colors, the rainbow, 7 colors. The only thing he said was that the red strip should be at the bottom and the sky blue should be at the top. Red signifies gross, crude samskaras. That means of lust and anger and stuff like that. And the sky blue signifies spirituality, like the infinity. Sky is infinite. Actually, sky is not infinite, infinity. And in between, you put it whichever way you want. So that is how it happened that red, orange, yellow, green, and then different shades of purple, mauve, and sky blue came about. And this flag was sewn by Dina Talati. Dina Talati, Nawal Talati's wife, Parviz and Khurshed Talati's mother, and Sridhar Kelkar's mother-in-law. So just giving a reference. So that was the first flag. And ever since then, we have seen flags going about. It, it to a certain extent, definitely not fully, resembles the flag of the gay community. Also, yes. Yeah, it very much resembles. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Only thing is, I think they have only 6 colored stripes, and Baba's flag is the 7 color. Anyway, so now let's read this.
I have a
Yes,
something.
so nice to hear your voice after a long time. The moment that gay community,
I'm glad all these things are. I mean, I was bored to death, for about a week or so.
you are not well.
No, I was bored. So um, the 7 colors is not only because of what you just said, but it also when Baba said when the energy met the mass, it splintered into 7. So it also signifies that
Yeah, yeah.
7. Yeah.
So even if you put a white light pass through a prism, it will come into 7 colors. So
Yes.
that is 7. The importance of 7, Baba gave it. It's a separate subject. We can,
Right.
yeah. But thanks, Ram. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right. Believe me, I am the ancient one. Now, what is the meaning of ancient one? In a sense, every soul is an ancient soul, isn't it? But here, what it means is, I am the ancient one would mean that I am the one who, in spite of having achieved freedom, I am coming to you over and over again in different forms, at different times, at different places, in different names. You call it the avatar of God. You call it, this time we call him the awakener. You call him the prophet of God. You call him the messenger of God. You call him the son of God, whichever name that you. So he is the only soul who has to keep coming over and over again because he was the one who achieved it all by himself without having the assistance of anybody else, because there was nobody else before him to achieve this state of Aham Brahmasmi or Analhak or God realization. So Baba says, I am the ancient one. At other times, Baba says, along with this, I am the ancient one. I am the one who is always remembered and forgotten. At other times, Baba says, I was Rama, I was Krishna, I was this one, I was that one, and now I am Meher Baba. So, in different ways, Baba says, I'm the one whose past is worshipped and remembered, whose present is ignored and forgotten, and whose future advent is anticipated with great fervor and longing. So, he is that one, soul one. There is no doubt about it. I am not this body that you see. It is only a cloak. At times he says it is only a coat. Here he is writing, it is only a cloak. Cloak is just coat. I am infinite consciousness. When we talk about infinite consciousness, each individual consciousness that we are all embedded in that infinite consciousness. I am universal mind, which means each individual mind are fitted, compressed into his universal mind. I have universal body. That means each of our body is in that universal body. And therefore, I keep repeating this, that for us to contribute even minuscule, very 0.0000 something, happiness to Baba, we can do that most naturally and easily by ourselves remaining happy. When we are happy, we are contributing to his happiness. It may be a very small portion. When we are unhappy, most of us are unhappy because of desires not being fulfilled or not, some kind of want, some kind of cravings and all that, then actually we are making him suffer, because our minuscule suffering adds up to his suffering. So I am infinite consciousness. I sit with you, play with you, and laugh with you. But remember, I am simultaneously working on all the planes of consciousness. Baba had said elsewhere, a drop here and a drop there does not make any difference between the relationship of the drop and the ocean. So, in other words, he is so infinite, such an infinite ocean, and he is, I had said this last time or one before, that he is in each one of the drops. Actually, drop is a misnomer. There's no drop, it's only the ocean. But drops gets its, what should I say, its identity because of the bubble. And that is why we say drop. But Baba Beautiful, I am not only in each and every drop, but I am indivisibly in each and every drop. It's a very profound statement. That means, in a sense, Baba in an ant or a speck of dust is the same as Baba in a six-plane peer. He is indivisible. The only difference is in the difference of consciousness. That's what Baba says. So your Baba says that I laugh with you, play with you, and all this, but I am simultaneously working on various planes of consciousness. That is why many times, many people who had the good fortune of being in Baba's physical presence would sometimes feel that although he's physically here, he is somewhere else. And there are times when Baba would cover himself with a with a sheet of cloth, you know, what for we don't know. And you will find that he's not here. His physical body is here, but he's doing some work somewhere else. How? I do not know. In Bailey's diary, which I had been fortunate to, along with a few others like Eraj Buhariwala, Kishore Mistry, Rajnikant Mistry, we were translating. Uh, one of the episodes, Bailey says that they were in the Jhopdi, Ferguson's College Road in Pune. During that time, Baba would ask Bailey to to be inside the what's a Jhopdi and don't fear about anything, just keep writing. Some work Baba had given about Upasni Maharaj and all that. And that continued in Manzile meme also. So Bailey would say, I am writing. I am seeing Baba is sleeping. I am writing. All of a sudden, Baba is not there. It's only Chaddar. It's only Chaddar. The lock is there. The room is locked. It's only Chaddar. And he says, I get so frightened. And then he keeps writing 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. And then all of a sudden, again, Baba's physical form is there. And whenever Bailey broaches this topic to Baba, Baba would just laugh it off and not give any importance to it. So we really, the body for the God realized souls is just like a shirt. What is the importance we give to the shirt? We just go home and throw it in the washing machine or something. So in that way, the body is just like a coat which they put on. So your Baba says, sit with you, play with you, laugh with you, but remember, I'm simultaneously working on all planes of consciousness. Simultaneously, which I don't know how it can happen, but simultaneously.
Cyrus,
Yes.
this is Ram again.
Yeah, yes, come again.
Yeah. No. Again is my last name. My last name is Nori.
1 minute. You can't come again in the same name. Now you should be Krishna. Okay.
No, God is not bound by space and time. So he can be at multiple places in multiple forms at the same time. So that's my belief, and from whatever I've read, that's what I understood. So he can be at multiple locations at the same time.
I agree with you.
I mean, if I take Hindu mythology, I mean, the Parshuram is one of the avatars and was succeeded by Ram. They've overlapped. How can two avatars overlap, right? So they did. Yeah.
I agree with you. Because time and space are the construct of the mind. And mind itself is an illusion. It is a created thing and it has to be annihilated. So for God realized persons, they are not constrained or limited or bound by time and space. I totally agree. But what sort in me is, if we're talking about God in human form. So when God is in human form, he does take upon himself voluntarily a lot of bindings, a lot of limitations. But what is quite true, Ram. I appreciate it.
And also before you go, just end the meeting, just give me 1 minute. After you're done, just before you finish the meeting, just give me a second, a minute.
1 minute has 60 seconds. Decide what you want. You want 60 seconds or 1 second?
60 seconds.
Take it. Granted. Bolna. I can only have fun.
I'll be,
Please.
disrupting, See, okay. I don't know how much you follow the Nobel Prize. The Nobel Prize for Physics in 2022 won by 3 physicists for saying universe is not real.
I agree with you.
And if you read Infinite Intelligence, he says, infinite universe is equal to infinite imagination. I'm thinking to myself, hey, the Lord had said it, you don't have to prove it by your experimentations, So
that means now science is becoming a little matured into believing what years of the past were saying, that this is all. in the final analysis, you come to a place where there is nothing, and it is
Yeah.
nothing that everything gets created.
Yes.
It's like that. Thank you, Ram. Thank you.
Okay.
Please don't mind my just. Well, I also want some entertainment, na. So I
That's okay.
do it
That's what I'm here for.
with good friends like you. Okay. Okay, Aman, go ahead.
Cyrus, even in the autobiography of Yogananda, there is also a reference that his masters were seen at different places. At different same time, he will be in, say, Calcutta also, and he will be somewhere in Varanasi also, Banaras those days. So, this is something which is there from time immemorial.
Absolutely.
Showing the different places at the same time, but only those people who have got highly conscious, they can do it, we cannot.
Oh yes, and this such an occasion had happened several times in Baba's life also, but Baba would never give any importance to such things, and so okay, it is there. You see, I mean, if a yogi does this, he may do it for a different purpose, but when a perfect master or the avatar does it, it is definitely having a spiritual intonation, yeah, connotation. But thanks, Aban. Thank you, dear. All right. I am simultaneously working on all the planes of consciousness. I have before me Valis, and Vali is somebody who is of the fifth plane of consciousness, also called a friend of God. And Pir is on the sixth plane of consciousness, the one who is able to see God, or rather, the words are feeling of seeing God in everyone and everything. Yogis and saints, who are me in different forms. So it is only Baba who is in different forms. And I have been saying this, when you read God Speaks, Baba says God in the stone form, God in the vegetable form, God in the fish form, God in the animal form, God in the human. So God has to be there, because without that, nothing can be there. God plus the whole lot of garbage, kachra we call it, trash, which is called sanskaras, the wrong thinking, the result of ignorant thinking or wrong thinking. So Baba says, who are me in different forms, for I am the core, the center, rooted in everyone and in everything. This is what I had heard, but I'm trying to locate the book, but unfortunately, so far, I haven't been able to locate. We had this exhibition in Bombay. I don't remember the sometime in 1960s, international fair or something, where we had a stall and people would international book fair, where people were asking who is Mayor Baba, and nobody could really reply or respond in a manner that would be summing up who is Mayor Baba. And so it seems that the message went to Baba, and through one of the Mandali, some Mandali asked, Baba, if somebody asks who is Meher Baba, what should we reply? Words to the effect, I say. Baba said, sentence one Baba said was, tell them that I am the one who is provoking this question in you. That is one. Second, Baba said, I am the being of all beings. That means anything that is Baba plus the trash. Let's put it that way. So that is how it comes to here, that I am the core, the crux. As I always say in a chicken patties, please excuse me, those who are vegetarian. When you go to a shop and buy chicken patties, you get chicken, but that's a very small portion. And then there is potato, and then there is rava, atta, and then you fry it. So there are two major components of a chicken patties or a chicken, whatever you call it. One is the chicken, which is the core, which is the crux, which is the center, and the other is the coating, which is the crust, crust, crust. So the crux and the crust. So in other words, Baba says, I am the crux. Here the Baba uses the word, I am the core, the center, rooted in everyone and everything. And why I use the example of chicken, not because I eat it and I love it, not because of that, but because Baba himself, if you read the book Nothing and the Everything, when he calls himself the mischievous chicken. So I just take that liberty. All right. An infinite number of branches spread out from me. Everything is branching, branching, branching. It is I who work through you all and suffer for you all. In other words, how do we interpret? It is Baba who is working through each one of us. But that realization comes only when we are constantly focused on Baba. As if it is, I remember Erach, I'm just digressing, did not want to go on on the 1952 trip to the West. We all know that he was really tired and fagged out, and he said, I cannot take care of you, Baba. And Baba asked him to go. Tired after the new life, yes. He said, I can't. I cannot take care of myself. How can I take care of you? I'll be a burden on you. Instead of I taking care of you, you will have to take care of me, and I don't want to come. Baba was upset. All that is a different story. He asked Eras to go around and spread his word. He said, what can I speak? What will I speak? Imagine 1952, matured Eras says, I don't even know that you are God. That is where Baba appreciated him and said, very good. Because if you were to say Baba is God, it means hypocrisy because you have not experienced. So you have to say that Baba says that he is God. That is honesty. That is truth. And then Baba said something very profound. That is what we are trying to, that you don't have to worry about what to say. You just speak. You just speak. It is I who will speak through you. So, but that kind of conviction should be there in each one that it is Baba who is working through us. So here Baba says, it is I who work through you and suffer for you all. Baba is suffering for us. Why? Because we are suffering. If I were not to suffer at all, let's say, I would not be contributing even the minuscule part of my suffering to Baba because I'm not suffering. So Baba says that I in myself is bliss conscious. I in myself is totally free, but I in you is totally bound and constantly suffering. That is why Baba would say, this is my crucifixion. Constantly he's being crucified because constantly we are suffering. Our suffering tantamounts to his suffering. Oh no, oh, we hardly have that. In my understanding, Bhiku's question is, even after dropping the body, he suffers? According to me, no. According to me, no. Because when we talk about subsi, once he has given his job when he was in the body is finished. When he goes back, as per the God speaks, he goes and he's enjoying, he's always connected with creation. He's always concerned for creation. But if you talk about personal, because then that personality is not there. He is universal. According to me, no. Perfect masters even do not suffer when they are in the physical form. Perfect masters act suffering because they are men becoming God. Whereas this is God becoming man. When God becomes man, he is bound by the laws and limitations of men. And therefore, he takes upon himself the suffering. The perfect master appears to suffer, but he does not suffer. That's what we understand from Baba's literature. All right, I think we have just about 2 minutes more. Yeah, please go ahead. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. No, no, you can read the Chronicle, Baba's Bombay Connection. We call it BBC for short. I think it was 62. 61 or 62. I'm not very sure, but we have a whole write-up on that. How it happened and about how we got the space and how so many people helped. And Dr. Ram Ginde was very prominently. Yeah, yeah. And some film actress also, Tanuja or somebody came. Indira Gandhi came. And Kishan Chand Gajwani, the Kishko group the founder chairman, he was the one who tells Indira Gandhi, this is Meher Baba. And that was the time. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. During that time, we had thousands upon thousands, and at least 10 years back, I could still see a lot of heap full of such messages. I don't know whether they are still there at the Bombay Center, but with the universal message in several languages, we had done that. Yes. All right, we are time up. Anybody has anything to share or ask or say? Nothing. Sorry? No, Ram has taken 1 minute. Ram, you want still more time? No, no.
No. I already said what I wanted to say.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you, Ram. Always happy to have you on the group. Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Happy to be there.
Thank you. Avatar Meher Baba ki.
Ki jai.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.